Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Pwny Montana, and in this video we are going to be going over how to make your wheel routes pro-like. I know a lot of people watch their favorite pro players and they're wondering, how do they get their plays to work so good? It's called spacing. It's called route combinations that will completely tear up a defense, whether it's zone, man, coverage. It doesn't matter what type of defense it is. A lot of these pros have come up with route combinations that will literally glitch most defenses out. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below. We are on the road to a million, billion, gazillion subscribers, and we cannot get there without your help. So make sure you guys are sharing the video, liking the video, engaging with the video in some way. Comment down below any questions you have. I answer to most of the people that do. Now, the wheel route. I am in the gun bunch formation with one of the best wheel routes in the game. Mesh spots. Spoiler alert, I will probably make a video on this being a red zone play, but in this video I'm just going to be showcasing you how to make the wheel route work as best as possible. So on the defensive side of the ball, I'm just coming out in regular Mike blitz, which is a very, very good play. It's one of the most meta defenses right now. If I had to say, I didn't even flip it so that the strong side is on, so that the nickel is on the strong side. But if I had to say, I would say 65% of the community is still running this defense. It's that good. You get really good pressure out of it. This is pretty much the setup. You know, you spread your line, you contain, you hover on the opposite side of the running back. Now, for wheel routes, you guys watch your favorite streamers, you guys watch your favorite YouTubers, your favorite TikTokers, whoever it is, and you guys see people running bunch and they run this play specifically, this mesh spot play, or they have a wheel on any route. So let's just let's go to the short side here just to kind of make it a little bit more believable. So if they're running bunch on the wide side of the field, pretty much. Bunch is another formation that about, let's say about 40-50% of the community runs. The other half runs trip side end, but bunch is being ran because of something like this. It has some of the best route combinations in the game. Now, if you run this play stock, you're going to run into a couple situations like this one right here, where a simple seam flat, which you can actually make as a hot route adjustment, a simple seam flat. Yes, I can take this guy right here and put him on a seam flat. A seam flat right here is going to be enough to completely shut down that wheel route, right? Spoiler alert, it's not how you shut down a wheel route at all if you're playing someone who's actually good at the game. Now, all you need to do is make a couple simple adjustments when you are trying to run a wheel route in Madden 22, create better spacing for yourself to actually fit the ball in there. And that is, have a route going towards the flat. This is a very underrated video because not a lot of people are going to look at this and go, wow, that's a very good tip. But this is a huge tip for those of you guys who are struggling to get your wheel routes to actually work. Have something going out to the far flats, and then your wheel route will open up against most coverages. There is a couple decent defenses that you guys can actually run, and I'll make a separate video about that. But if you guys want your wheel routes to have be as potent as possible, to be as good as possible, you have to have something going towards the flat. Now, simple. I just showed you guys how open you got with a seam flat. I'm actually going to show the instant replay one more time. This is what happens without having anything, you know, any route combination. Pretty much, if you're just running a play stock, please do not ask Madden. Coach suggestions do not work. Okay, please don't be one of those players, because this is going to be the end result. Now, you guys want your wheel route to work, all you have to do is put something out to the flat. So now, not making any other adjustment, look at how much more space we have to actually throw this ball, and then we're there for a gain of about 15 yards. Now, this is going to work against curl flat, seam flat, quarter flat, cloud flat. Doesn't matter what flat. They're going to chase the flat first before this route, because the way that EA recognizes this, they recognize this as a vertical route. They don't recognize this as they don't recognize this as a curl, cloud, soft squat, whatever the case may be. They recognize this as a vertical route. So obviously you have to play the game of chess, or checkers in this case, because you're really only making, you know, you're really only making one or two reads here. And then you're making your play, you're making your read. But you see the difference in how much more space you have to throw this towards the inside than before with just a seam flat. And it works with both wheels as well. So let's just do it on the opposite side. I have this guy going towards the flat. Now this time I kind of want him more out towards the flat, and this is why bunch is actually a really good formation. I'm going to take R1 and I'm just going to streak him up. But again, we're going to put him out here. He's got him going that way. And again, the tight end wheel wide open. And these are some of the route combinations that a lot of the pros they use, because they know what works. They know what's going to be open and what's not. And yes, I'm sending Mike blitz, but we have a 3 rec, we have 2 seam flats, and one of those should be able to guard these routes, but neither of them are going to be guarding anything, because that's just how the game works. The game is all about spacing, and technically I could have hit this guy in the seam for a touchdown, but he wasn't open. The seam flat here chases down to the out route here, or the flat route here, and we're able to dot up this tight end for a nice gain of about 15-20 yards. And what more could you actually want with that? And the same principles go with any other wheel route in the game. The only wheel route that's a little bit iffy is the wheel route that comes out of the hot routes. So if you're running a wheel route with a hot route in it, excuse me, let me try to find an actual wheel route out of a different formation, so it's not just bunch based, because I don't want everything to be based around bunch, but I know how good bunch is. So let's take this mesh spot out of this wing slot offset formation. It's actually one of my favorites, and we're gonna come out and we're gonna be in 3C, and we'll blitz again. But again, same exact concept. We are not gonna put anybody out there to cover the wheel, but I'm gonna throw it anyways. And as you can see, he's glued onto that wheel because he's matching up to that wheel. All you need to do, have a flat out there, and we're gonna motion him out just so he gets out there to as flat as possible. And look at the difference. Now I could have possession caught that, but I kind of wanted the rack inside, and that's fine that we dropped it, as long as we see how much open area we have. That man's got a lot of space to just possession catch that, and that's a nice little gain of about 17, 18, 19 yards right there. Now obviously next time possession catch that, and I'll make that catch. But again, this is a route combination that you guys are gonna love, and you guys are gonna learn to appreciate. And as you can see, that time we possession caught it, and we're able to make a play on that. Beautiful play, beautiful throw, beautiful route combination, and it's just with 2 separate routes. That's it. That's all you need, 2 separate routes to make a wheel route work. And boom, once again, it's money every single time. Get your wheel routes to start working by all you have to do is add a flat pattern. And then once you start learning different route combinations to actually make different combinations work, you will go crazy with your route combos, with your offenses. Offense is easy this year. There's just too much spacing. There's too many abilities in the game, and it just makes offense very, very easy. Don't get caught lacking. Be a better player. This is the place to do it. There's other YouTube channels that you guys could watch, and I'm more than happy to direct you towards them. If you guys want me to link you to them, let me know, because I'm all about helping you guys get better. It doesn't matter if it's coming from me or if it's coming from somebody else, but some of the stuff that I drop definitely needs to be looked at by some of you guys, because some of us are basic players and some of us are more advanced, and I want everybody to get from the basic level to an advanced level. So if you guys haven't already, start rocking your wheel routes like this. Make sure you got a flat pattern out there to actually bring out any other zones that are thinking about guarding anything else, and start dominating your opponents. My name is Pwny Montana. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And as always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.